What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and DC fans got a big surprise today as we got the first look at Zachary Levi's new suit for Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods. Now, I don't think a lot of people expected to see this today, but after these pictures leaked out and people got to see what the suit looks like, we actually got a little tease from the director himself, which we will take a look at. But first, I want to show you guys the pictures that came out, and honestly, I see a lot of consensus that it looks better, way better, significantly better than it did in the original Shazam movie. Now, the original Shazam was met with, I would say it was pretty well received, to be honest with you. Didn't feel like some other movies that we had seen in the DCEU, but that's okay. Not every movie has to feel exactly the same way. Not every character has to feel exactly the same way. So this is obviously much more lighthearted, going for more of a Marvel-ish feel, and a lot of people liked it. It made a modest amount of money. So one of those things that you really need to keep the studio going and ticking and keep pushing forward what you're doing. Shazam was a success both financially and critically for the studio. Now, I personally would like to see more things like Zack Snyder's Justice League when it comes to DC films, but there's room in a multiverse for everything. But this suit, it's hard to deny that this suit looks like an absolutely monster upgrade from what we had before. It is very much stylized and detailed better and kind of fits in with more of what we see in the DCEU rather than that very foamy looking costume that he had, the suit that he had in the original Shazam movie that people made fun of on set, or when those set pictures leaked. It looked a little bit better in the movie, but not much. This looks absolutely legit, and I'm really digging the feel. I saw My Nerdy Home said it looks like a mix between Superman and Aquaman from the DCEU, and I agree. It looks really good. It looks much more like something that would fit into this universe. Here is another look at it with his arms crossed. You can see the biceps a little more defined. Zachary Levi has gotten jacked for this role, especially from where he used to be in Chuck. Here's another picture right here. Looks like him walking. The gauntlets look shinier. The belt looks better. Everything, especially compared to, look at what the old one was. Look at the difference between that old suit and the new suit. Night and day. I think this is going to be a much better look. Uber Kryptonian says the mythic aesthetic the new Shazam suit has fits perfectly with Henry's Superman. It also really looks like he matches the Snyder style and the vibe we'd like to see in a Shazam suit for Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. I'd love to see him in this suit during the big team-up fight against Darkseid. It had a lot of people. When people saw this, it had a lot of people saying that looks like it would fit in the Snyderverse for sure, and I have to agree. But after these pictures got out there, we saw this little teaser from David Sandberg where you get a couple more details on the suit. I want to let you guys watch this and listen.
Why is it so dark? Probably would have been a good idea to have like one light on.
So there you go. Now, a couple things that I noticed in this that I think are really cool are one, look at the texture. This is the cape. You can see just the edge of it. The texture of the cape looks like it's not just like cloth. It almost looks like leatherish, which I think is a big, really cool thing. Obviously, I feel like a lot of it's going to be CGI. In that shot we just saw, he didn't have the cape. You'd have to assume they're going to CGI it on. Hopefully, they keep that same consistency. But you see, it does really look like quality. The bracers look like quality. Another thing that I saw in this that I think we have to talk about is that the suit, or the cape, is going to be different. You can see right between his crotch, that space. There's no cape there, which means it's a split cape, which is really cool. Will be a really cool look, different than what we saw in the original Shazam movie, to be sure. And you can tell that it's split because when he speaks here, you're going to see he turns his head and you see a bit of the cape drift in. So take a look at this.
Why is it so dark?
Right there.
Probably would have been a good idea to have.
You saw it just briefly. So it is going to be a split cape look, which will be cool. Either way, a lot of people talking about the Shazam movie. A lot of people talking about how this is a Shazam that looks like it could fit in the Snyderverse. And when we look at this movie, I know it gets a lot of hate from some people who would consider themselves big Zack Snyder fans. When you look at the movie, it did a lot to tie in to the DCEU, to Zack Snyder's DCEU, to be honest with you. So, I think that there is definitely room for this character in both the DCEU and in the Snyderverse, to be honest. So, more excited than I was before I saw these pictures with this new look for Zachary Levi's Shazam. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.